In the bustling town of Kano, in the northern part of Nigeria, life thrived in its vibrant streets and close-knit communities. Here, under the shadow of towering baobab trees and amidst the calls to prayer that echoed from the mosque, traditions reigned supreme. These customs were more than rules, they were the lifeblood of the people, connecting them to their ancestors and the unseen forces that watched over the land. One such tradition was peculiar yet fiercely upheld: no clothes were to be left outside on the line after nightfall. To outsiders, it might seem trivial, but to the people of Kano, this was a rule laced with deep spiritual significance. Sophia was a young woman of remarkable beauty and character. Her kindness radiated like the morning sun, and her diligence earned her the admiration of her neighbors. Whether she was grinding millet at the mill or fetching water from the town's well, her melodious hums filled the air. Sophia's skill in laundry was unmatched. Every Friday, she washed her family's clothes, as well as those of the elderly women in her neighborhood, hanging them neatly on her long clothesline. On these days, the sight of her colorful fabrics fluttering in the afternoon breeze was like a painting of life itself. One Friday, as Sophia rinsed the last set of clothes, the sky darkened unexpectedly. Thunder rumbled in the distance, and the sharp scent of rain filled the air. She hurried to gather the dry clothes, but before she could finish, her best friend, Zainab, came rushing in. "Sophia, come quickly. The Amir has summoned everyone to the palace," Zainab panted, her eyes wide with urgency. Sophia hesitated, glancing at the clothes still hanging. "Let me finish." "No time," Zainab interrupted. "This is serious." Reluctantly, Sophia left the remaining clothes on the line and hurried off with Zainab, her heart pounding with curiosity and worry. The entire town gathered at the Amir's courtyard, murmuring anxiously as they waited for his announcement. By the time the meeting concluded, it was well past sunset, and Sophia was too tired to remember the clothes she had left outside. As the town of Kano fell silent under the moon's silvery gaze, something stirred in the night. Hidden among the shadows of the neem trees and rooftops were the aljanu, the spirits of the night. Neither wholly good nor evil, these spirits thrived on objects left unattended under the moonlight. The aljanu drifted silently through the town, their ethereal forms glinting faintly under the stars. When they reached Sophia's compound, their glowing eyes fell upon the forgotten clothes. To them, fabrics carried the essence of their owners, their scent, energy, and life force. They circled the garments with glee, whispering in a language older than time. With mischief in their hearts, they tugged at the fabrics, twisting them, infusing them with their strange powers. To humans, it was a curse; to the aljanu, it was merely play. At dawn, Sophia awoke to the sound of her younger brother shouting, "Sophia, come quickly." She rushed outside to find her clothesline in disarray. The vibrant wrappers had lost their luster, the once smooth fabrics now rough and coarse. One of her father's agbadas appeared burnt at the edges, and a baby's small cap had mysteriously grown large enough to fit an adult. Word spread quickly through the neighborhood, and soon the elders arrived to investigate. Among them was Baba Maijama, the town's most respected elder. His face was grave as he examined the garments. "This is the work of the aljanu," he said solemnly, his deep voice resonating through the crowd. "They have been offended." The effects of the aljanu's meddling were swift and strange. That afternoon, Sophia's father wore one of the altered garments to the mosque. Halfway through his journey, he forgot where he was going and wandered aimlessly for hours. A neighbor's child, wrapped in one of the altered blankets, fell ill with a fever that no medicine could cure. Even Sophia herself felt the weight of the curse. Her usual energy seemed drained, and her laughter, once so full of life, now felt hollow. Desperate for answers, Sophia turned to the town's spiritual guide, Malama Aisha, a revered woman known for her deep connection to the spirit world. Malama Aisha listened carefully as Sophia recounted her story. Her lined face grew serious, and she nodded knowingly. "The aljanu are not to be taken lightly," she said. "They have been insulted by your carelessness. You must make amends." Following Malama Aisha's instructions, Sophia prepared offerings for the spirits: fresh milk, kola nuts, and a calabash filled with honey. That evening, she carried the offerings to the edge of the town, near a cluster of baobab trees believed to be a sacred dwelling place for the aljanu. Kneeling under the trees, Sophia prayed aloud, her voice trembling with sincerity. "O spirits of the night, forgive my carelessness. I promise never to leave my clothes out again. Slowly but surely, the curse lifted. The sick child recovered, Sophia's father regained his sharp memory, and her energy returned. The people of Kano, however, never forgot the incident. From that day forward, no one dared leave clothes outside after sunset. Mothers passed down the story to their children, warning them about the Aljanu's mischief. As for Sophia, she became a storyteller in her own right, sharing her experience with younger women during moonlit gatherings. It may seem like a small thing, she would say, but the Aljanu see what we do, even when we don't think they're watching. To this day, in Kano and other parts of northern Nigeria, the rule remains unbroken. It's more than just a superstition, it's a reminder of the delicate balance between the human world and the unseen forces that coexist with it. Every evening, as the sun sets over the vibrant streets and fields, the people of Kano bring in their clothes, ensuring that not a single thread is left to the whims of the night. And so, the tradition lives on, carried by the whispers of the wind and the wisdom of generations past.